So we need to go to this new shop and buy a trinket or something to allow this lady to let us bowl. I'm understanding everything that's going on, in case you're curious. Definitely not lost or confused or anything like that. 2 hours in, everything is crystal clear. Well, almost. Wow, loading out onto the map takes a while.
I thought you came here to bowl.
Yes, I did.
Then why are you leaving? You gave up on trying to convince Mrs. Carpenter to let you play?
No, Patty, neither Zack nor I have given up on anything. We're just going to stop by Erzuli Frida.
Erzuli Frida? What do you want with that?
Mission 14. Is this already here? Weird. Do you think they just got like the Tony Hawk's PS1 era data and was like, yeah, we can use that?
Looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the Sang Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand, and Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news
There's a
about
balloon in
Lisa
the sky
Miller
there.
while sitting in a bar during our vacation in New Orleans.
It looks like the lady just disappears.
So, what do you think of this? I'm talking about him. Who knows? Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of evil? Still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me.
Another one of these.
A voodoo shop. It's a voodoo shop.
Just looks like a dumb souvenir shop to me.
Of course it does, Patty. You're much too young to understand the true value of such a place.
Can I punch this balloon? No. Can I punch you? Ooh, you're lucky. Look, cars take up too much processing power. That's why no game ever has had any cars. Grand Theft Auto games are just metaphorical. You're stealing horses. Perfectly normal looking store.
This is all kid stuff. It's just a bunch of charms.
I'm not wrong, she didn't say the and guns bit, right? She just went, it's just a bunch of charms and then stopped.
I'm allowed to watch TV and go on the internet, but I ain't allowed in here? My daddy makes no sense sometimes. You agree, right, Agent York? This is all just kid stuff.
Look at this, Zack. All the mysticism of the Deep South gathered up into one quaint little shop. This is 100 times more exciting than the FBI evidence vault. It's a vast treasure chest. So much to study, so much to learn.
I mean, there's an interesting... What's Isaac doing here? It's an interesting looking shop, I'll give you that. This man looks part cat.
Thou art a seeker, and I see the object of thy desire. Doth this be what thou seekest?
Yes, I want it. It's playing the goofy music from the first
I
game.
will sell it to thee now, and only now. Surely fortune shall not bless thee with another chance. Purchase this, and know that thy wishes shall be granted.
I want it immediately.
That's crazy. Even I can tell you're getting cheated, Agent York.
I disagree, Patty. This person can be trusted. I've been studying people for quite a while, so I can tell. That figurine is connected to our future.
My price is true. What say thee?
He does have a lot of guns. Buy the alligator figurine. A strapping alligator wearing a top hat and standing on two legs. He's also carrying a cane.
I'll buy it.
Charles!
Thou art a man of refined taste. I am loath to part with it, but 'twould be a fool's errand.
I think this man might be the Riddler. He's got a question mark on his wrist.
Soul.
Except the dot is a
Wrong with
heart.
you? No normal person would ever buy a piece of junk like that. Not even at a garage sale.
Marvelous, isn't it, Zack? What a treasure. I can't wait to use it.
Use it? Where? How?
Isn't it obvious,
The
Patty?
bowling alley?
I'm going to put it in front of Mrs. Carpenter's house.
Oh. In front of our house?
Front of her house?
Yes. I'm sure this figurine will stop her right in her tracks. And that'll give us a chance to finally topple the Ten Maidens.
Are you serious?
Of course I am. And so is Zack. Aren't you?
I'm seriously wondering if I should quit helping you out with this.
Okay. We have to do it in the late evening. So we might as well go do the other quest for now then. Create any voodoo charm.
Mihalama.
Charm.
Verily, much shall serve thee well.
Necklaces boost bullet elemental effects, dolls boost physical abilities, incense boost skateboard abilities, talismans boost your performance in minigames. Okie dokie. Oh, I need stuff to make them, I see. Oh, perfectly normal. Understood. Yes, quite.
I can see it. Thou hath discovered the very purpose of my emporium, that is.
Can't just buy a gun, huh?
Whoa.
That was close.
Well, look at you, all standing there like you're expecting me to apologize. Huh, it's your fault for not paying attention. What?
Got a moment?
Can't say I do. I'm in a hurry here.
I won't take up too much of your time. I'd just like to ask you a few questions.
I said I'm in a hurry, Peckerwood. Now get out of my way.
What?
Patty, who is that?
Kalina Clarkson. PJ Clarkson's second daughter, and Lisa's mother.
Zack, we've found ourselves a Clarkson.
Yeah, seems like a perfectly
I'm
pleasant
here.
lady.
Dolly. She's not here. My Dolly isn't here.
One of the key persons in this case just came out of the woodwork to meet us. Now things are really getting interesting. Isn't that right, Zack?
Yeah, it's always blondes and red dresses with him. Can I talk to her now? Apparently not. Although if we find a dolly, you just go back to her, I guess. Oh wait, she's a Karen. I do quite enjoy that meme. Isn't that right, Zack? So we're over 2 hours in now, give or take. What are people's impressions? Because I think this is wonderful. Confusion. That's fair. Yep, I would say that's a fair reaction to have to what we've seen so far. Best game 2020, yep. So hang on, we need to... No, not here, this button. It's a side quest, yeah. Okay, let's go to Mission 04.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large trees were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world. And there's hardly any trash.
Do a kickflip.
Found
Don't know how.
The Clarksons truly do control this place, for better or worse.
Yeah, almost ran that guy over.
Allowing certain people to rise to power can have positive effects as well. Also, don't you find that Southern people are remarkably friendly, even to total strangers, both here and in...
Oh, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. There's got to be fast travel, those balloons, at some point. What the hell are they? They're like those Japanese lantern things.
Mr. York, that was mighty quick. The special agent does it again. You sure don't waste any time. I bet my CLG's got a lot to learn from you.
That was an animation.
By the way, Mr. York, looks to me like you aren't packing anything.
I was on vacation in New Orleans before I happened to stop by here.
Well, shoot, that won't do. Here, I got something I think you'll like.
It's a very fancy looking gun.
I call him Mr. Alligator. Badass, ain't he? It's a tranquilizer gun for the gators.
Non-lethal gun made for self-defense that can only fire rubber bullets. Mr. Alligator.
And here's a radio. With this, you won't have to worry about any expensive roaming fees.
Okay.
Might take you a while to get used to them, but you'll get it. Try letting them rip a few times. Ain't no need to hold back out here.
What kind of sheriff is he? I'm questioning his credentials. Oh, that poor dog. Point gun, aim, fire. It's a very weird... Okay. Oh god, the frame rate.
this is an intriguing weapon. For a tranquilizer gun, it really packs a punch.
But it fires rubber bullets. That's not tranquilizers. That's just non-lethal.
But I'm afraid I'll decline. After all, this town is peaceful, isn't it?
Well, sure it's peaceful. At least the humans are. But the animals, are a different story. Remember what I named it? There are some real mean-ass gators out there in the swamps. And every now and then, they wander into town.
Mm-hmm.
One of them even went and ate a kid.
Yeah, it did. It froze every time I
It
fired.
happened a long time ago, but still. One chomp's all it takes. They swallow down every last bit of you. Poor kid's parents didn't even know what to put in his coffin. The worst part is, that taught the gators just how tasty we humans are. So now, those suckers just attack on sight. Man-eating crocodiles will feast tonight. In Blood Swamp!
You know he's fibbing, right? Gators don't attack folks. I never heard about no kid getting swallowed by a gator.
Actually, Patricia, you're wrong.
I'm what?
He just actuated her.
Alligators do attack people, and it could happen in any town.
Huh?
Alligator, 1980. Directed by Louis Teague. It takes place in the Midwest, I believe. A teenage girl's pet alligator gets flushed down the toilet. Then, in the sewer, it feeds on the corpses of dogs that were used as test subjects for an experimental growth formula. After growing over 30 feet, it finally starts to go after humans. It's an extremely edifying movie.
Did you miss much?
When I first
Nah, it's
saw it,
fine.
I had a pet hamster.
Hey, Agent York. What's your first order of business? You're in charge now, remember?
Well said, Patricia. I nearly lost sight of my true goal. Melvin, I couldn't help but notice the name on the side of that truck. This facility is connected to the victim, isn't it?
Oh, right. Yeah. I reckon I better start from there. I'm gonna tell it to you straight right from the beginning, Mr. York.
Good, yes,
As
please.
you guessed, this warehouse is run by the Clarksons. The victim's father, Danny Clarkson, is the one who manages the whole place. Okay, but why did he choose to store her body in his own warehouse, right? Well, that's because there ain't no other place to store it. Our town has a clinic inside a church, but no more.
They
Whenever
really didn't have
someone
a
kicks the
morgue.
bucket, we just bury him in the graveyard right outside of town. But not this time. We got a murder on our hands this time. We need to give Lisa's body an autopsy and keep it stored, right? So we had no choice but to rent out a corner of this warehouse.
I see.
Oh, I accidentally fast forwarded that because I got distracted by the alert. Sorry. Thank you, Polybius, for 38 months with a tier 1 sub. Alligators really attack people. Let me describe this alligator movie as a human would.
This is where the real story begins.
Yes, I agree. And thank you for the support.
Truth is, a few days before you got here, Lisa's body went missing.
Missing.
Yeah. All of a sudden, poof.
Did you leave the warehouse unlocked?
I most certainly did not. I locked the whole place up and made sure no one could get inside. No one stole the original key, and I couldn't find any fingerprints at the scene.
We've got a
So,
mystery
in
on our
other
hands.
words, this is a locked room mystery.
This is the only game I'm playing today, yes.
The body of a beautiful young girl walks at mid... Hey! all right, CLG. Reckon I should have told you about this earlier when you first said you wanted to come here. It just didn't seem like the time or place as I remember. Anywho, how about we call it a day and head back to my office? You can go through all the files there.
No, thank you. This is what I came to investigate.
But Lisa's body isn't here anymore. You sure?
That doesn't bother me one bit,
There'll
Melvin.
still be clues.
You see, I met a skeletal gentleman on my way here.
You don't tell him that.
And he was kind enough to give me an oracle.
And no further questions were asked regarding what he just said. About oracles and skeleton gentlemen.
You holding up okay, CLG?
Damn, it must be really cold in here.
You sure you don't want to wait outside?
Yeah, you've got bare legs.
Ooh, I'll be fine, Daddy. Just make sure you don't take your eyes off of him. He's so selfish and inconsiderate. I'm still not convinced he's actually a real FBI agent. Look, he's talking to himself again.
Zack, this is the ambiguous zero, the deep freeze. Let's hurry up and find that flying serpent, shall we?
Oh, people have been repeatedly questioning his sanity. Constantly, in fact, mostly her, but in general. Head to the morgue. There is no morgue. Okay, we do have a save, I guess I should. Hello? Okay. Did I already pick up what was there? Still don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for when I use that.
Good God almighty. This place always gives me goosebumps, no matter how many times I come here.
Yes, it's quite the fun house. Truly a dazzling place.
No, CLG's clever little girl.
Meet entertainment. That's the only way to describe it. Woven together by life, frozen in time, a visceral, musical...
Yeah, it's a double A title, it's not a triple A. I don't know specifically how much, but no, it's not like big budget.
We eat all this in order to survive.
Yes, truly a symphony. Life and death, resonating together.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Is that a pun?
Cool. Whoa now, CLG. Since when were you interested in this kind of stuff?
What are you so surprised for, Daddy? I'm more mature than you are. I've seen way more realistic corpses on CSI, you know.
Oh, man.
At first, Zack, I was shocked by the notion of storing a victim's body alongside food. But as I gaze upon this hanging garden, I realize it's just another scene of violent, depraved murder.
What?
Yes. All we need to do is change our point of view, and things will expose themselves in utterly new ways.
Okay. Oh, that's crafting stuff, okay. Or voodoo crafting stuff, whatever. It's a very, very large room that is not using the space in it at all efficiently. It's unexaminable there. Oh. Is it over here? Yes. Hello, Donkey Kong.
Melvin, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you a personal question. In the hotel parking lot, when I first met you, the picture you had on your dashboard happened to catch my eye. Was that your wife?
Oh, her? Yeah, that's my lady, all right. Candy. Her name's Candy.
It's a perfectly good name, I suppose.
Prettiest girl in town, which makes me the happiest boy. A shooting star landed in a rural town, right on top of a man who now has a meteor-struck heart.
You always keep her photo with you?
You bet I do. The truth is, Candy's a little sick right now. She can't even leave the house no more. So I always keep her photograph with me. Kinda feels like we're always together, you know?
I see. You care for your wife a great deal. But this means that...
Yeah, that's right. My mama had me before she married Daddy.
Okay, so that's the root of the question.
But it don't matter. He's still my real daddy to me.
Oh, thank you, CLG. And you're my pride and joy.
Well, Zack, isn't this a heartwarming scene?
No.
But there's one thing I just can't get out of my mind. Don't you think that photograph looked a bit too old?
It's hard to
Candy
tell with
is
these
already-
graphics, unfortunately.
No, let's not think about that. It might be a private matter, just like you, Zack.
So we've got another door right there, but we've got this entire room as well. I have a feeling we'll be fighting our way through a demon version of this on the way out. I only knew that, what did they say? It was there because it was on the map. Okay, yeah. I crouched in here, now what? Maybe it's an open path once it, like, it is an evil version of the area or something. I don't know, the tutorial for the vision mode is not clear what it's used for, just that it's crucial for the investigation or something. I don't know. Ah, this is where the mission was, so presumably this is, yep, where the body was held. So many catfish tails.
Here we are, Zack. The morgue. They stored the victim's body in a cold storage warehouse operated by her family. I'd love to shake the hand of whoever came up with that one.
Hey, Agent York. Did you just come here to laugh at rural officers who are doing the best they can? We don't have any special facilities like you people. What else did you expect us to do, huh? Don't compare us with city folk. This is Lucare. And maybe you're just disappointed that you didn't get to see the bloated, decomposing corpse of a young girl.
Gross.
Sorry, you're right. I went a bit too far just now. But don't misunderstand. I honestly think it's a fantastic idea. I'd never try and bully your daddy.
Better not.
Thank you for understanding.
Okay, now, new mission, investigation start. Search for clues as to who took the body. Well, there's bear footprints. I don't mean the footprints of a bear, you know. Investigation start. Wait, no, inspection start.
Zack, these are human footprints, and they're extremely large. Yes, Zack, I agree. These footprints must belong to someone who's used to walking around in cold temperatures. This frost is shaped like something we're very used to seeing. That's right, a body bag.
Bigfoot might be the victim,
Whose
not the
body
victim, the
must have been
perpetrator,
left
yes.
here. But there are no signs that the bag was dragged away. So our criminal must possess monstrous strength. Boxes that got left behind. I can't tell what's inside. What do you think, Zack? I'm gonna go with okra. Yeah, okra. I'm sure it must be okra. That's a staple of the South.
Yes, yeah, he stole the body.
An icicle. Never thought I'd see one of these down in the South. Zack, can you see that? Look
Oh,
closely.
yeah, there's markings on it.
That's right. There are 4 imprints in the frost on the top of this. It's hard to believe, but I think these are fingerprints.
It really is
Yes,
a
Zack,
yay.
that would lead one to believe that the body napper is a giant who's over 10 feet tall.
Oh, there was more stuff to investigate. I got $45.
Seems like our flying serpent isn't here. Is this everything, Melvin? There aren't any other rooms in this warehouse? No special rooms.
Well, there is the luxury foods warehouse.
Luxury foods. Why didn't you say so earlier?
Just thought you wanted to see where the body... I just thought you were only interested in warehouse number 2. Besides, it's underground, so it's even colder than this. You sure you really want to go down there? You could darn well freeze to death. All life will come to an end in the icebound zone. You feel me?
Let's head there at once. I'm sure that must be where we're meant to go.
What he meant to say was Iceborne.
But what about searching for Lisa's body?
All we need to do is find a 10-foot tall man with monstrous strength. That giant knows where she is.
10 foot tall?
But finding the flying serpent is more important right now. Now please, guide me to the luxury foods warehouse at once.
Didn't the guy who played Lurch in Twin Peaks play a character called the Giant? I wonder if that's a
These luxury
reference to
foods
that.
are most likely being used in local Cajun cuisine.
Oh no, wait, no. Was it the fireman? I don't remember. I say I don't remember.
So
I've never
excited
seen
to
it. I've
see
just
what
like
we'll find.
tangentially
Aren't
learned
you,
about
Zack?
it. Okay, so now that elevator will be the destination, presumably.
That elevator needs a key, Mr. York.
Do you have one?
Actually, no. I didn't think you'd ever want to go down there. So I didn't bother to go and get one.
Wow.
Well then, would you go and get one now?
Grunt.
Yeah. COG, I know. I'll tell it to him straight. Thing is, Mr. York, you know the Clarksons? The folks who own this place? Well, they don't too much like the police. And they sure as hell don't like them when they're my color.
Oh, I see.
It was, real hard for me to get permission to open up this place for you to search through. So they ain't gonna be too happy if I go back to them now, asking for another key.
What should we do then?
Let's just find a worker here who can lower the elevator for us instead. All they need to do is take a break from their work for a couple minutes.
And what am I supposed to do? Just stand here and pretend like nothing's happening?
Yeah, you FBI folks are good at that,
Wow.
right? That's always what I see you doing on TV.
It's true, but you shouldn't say it. I wonder if there's something I can push over that crouching bit now. Oh. Didn't seem like it. Damn it, Crispy.
elevator won't move without a
The way I'm sitting, my watch is right next to the microphone. I'm half twisted around to look at the TV.
Think you two can go and figure something out? I'll search around here.
You're not going to search around at all. You're going to stand there and do bugger all. So I guess we're going to find a worker to talk to. And most of them aren't actually there, so... Oh, over there. Okay.
Zack, better check back here as well, just to be on the safe side.
I was just holding down run there and it fast forwarded the text. You're doing it on purpose now, Valnar. AFK in the coffee. Oh, there's an item back there. Another bullfrog leg. Oh, that moves this way? This is going to take us around behind that other box, I think. Yep. Oops. It does beg the question, what's over here, though? Yoink. Another catfish.
Zack, the human ability to adapt is a frightening thing. Some humans have the power to sleep anywhere as long as they set their minds to it.
Should I be sneaky?
Now we should be able to operate the elevator. No need to worry. This facility no longer has a body to steal. What else do they have to lose? A few cans of crawfish? I feel bad for
I'm pretty sure there's going to be a drug lab down here.
Investigation. I'll write him a letter of apology later.
There's a murder investigation going on, there's a drug thing going on, there's like racist going on, there's voodoo going on.
Mr. York, did you find a key? Ha! Now that's my special agent. There ain't no stopping you. Want to head straight down?
You bet. Let's sally forth, Melvin. Zack, look at that thermometer. 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh.
Or minus 17.7 degrees Celsius. This is the ambiguous 0.
Hey, Avery!
It's got a Bluetooth in. Did
Open the
Bluetooth
damn
exist in
door,
2005?
It ain't no use, Mr. York. Once Avery starts working on something, that's all he sees. He just tunes out everything else. We'll have to wait until he finishes and comes out to us, I reckon. Or we could come back tomorrow.
I disagree, Melvin. Time may be on our side, but that doesn't mean we should waste it. You gave me Mr. Alligator precisely for moments like these, didn't you?
What?
Wait, Mr. York! Those tranquilizers may be non-lethal, but it's still dangerous to use them on humans.
Of course, Melvin. I never said I was going to shoot
You
him.
implied it, though.
You're gonna shoot some meat to get his attention. I'm right, ain't I?
Quest updated. Shoot the meat. After I loot. I see loot. Oh, I thought it crashed. The hell is that on his stomach? The alligator's head's just gonna float there, huh?
This is Mr. York, an agent from the FBI.
Wait, he's a giant?
Hi, Avery.
I think we might have
I'm
a
Special
suspect.
Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
York, you a smarty pants, hmm?
He's shyer than he looks. Come on, just settle down, Avery. Tell him what this here place is for.
Lots of expensive food.
Also, that alligator head is now rolling around in the background of the cutscene.
Mighty precious to the Clarksons, so I gotta guard it.
I see. So you're this area's keeper.
Oh, I help with the research too. I do like research.
Research? What are you talking about, Avery? This doesn't look like a lab to me.
Oh, ain't no lab. It's a warehouse. Ain't no lab. Smarty pant scientist does the research. I ain't no smarty pants, no.
He's a bit slow in the mind, but he ain't a bad guy. Oh. Your story about the giant who carried Lisa out. Don't tell me you think it's him. I mean, it's true that he's free to come and go as he pleases in this warehouse, but...
No, as far as I can tell, he's just a bit over 6'5". The one who moved Lisa's body must be at least 10 feet tall. He's clearly too short.
Too short, huh? Well, if you ever happen to find a man who makes him look small, I'd sure like to meet him.
Lise.
Hey, cut it out!
Lise? Why?
Avery, that's not Lise.
Not Lise?
This is Melvin's daughter, and my precious assistant. Unfortunately, Elise is no longer with us.
Lise! Lise!
What the hell is going on?
My fault!
I guess he's sort of like Lise, you know? See,
Yeah, Lenny vibes. I was actually going to say, like, Green Mile, but that's not what I meant. I meant Of Mice and Men.
Well, with this big lug, sometimes folks who don't know him too well see something and end up calling the police. But I know that deep down, he's got a good heart. Hey, Mr. York, I'll keep him busy, but I'd appreciate it if you'd hurry this particular inspection along. Just holler at me if you find anything. I reckon that'll make it easier for you to go do your thing, yeah?
Melvin, I
That's a
think
good
you're
idea.
finally starting to catch on.
Flying Serpent. He is a tall man. I'm going to see if I can work it out without just pressing on everything. A flying serpent. Flying fish. Is an alligator descendant of a fish? Or something that can fly?
Avery, this box looks special.
Clarkson food. For their home.
Melvin, is this the Clarksons' family crest?
Oh, the dragonfly? Yeah, that's the Clarksons' mark, all right. It ain't no big deal, though. You can find those all over town.
That's
Is
a
that
flying
so?
serpent, I guess, and dragon.
Well, yeah. They pretty much run all of this town's major industries. Yeah. I do believe they own just about everything there is to own. So their word is law. They got the whole darn town tattooed with their dragonflies. Can't even walk a few steps without seeing one.
Zack, this dragonfly is our flying serpent. The flying serpent owns this town. They're related to Lise Clarkson, our victim. And Pungan's oracle pointed us toward their family crest. The Clarksons must be deeply intertwined with this case.
They already were. It was their daughter that died, though?
Melvin, Patricia, I think I've had enough of this frozen world. Let's head back out to that merciless sun. Well, what are you waiting for? I can't bear to spend another second down here.
Well, that was a scene that happened. Was the first Deadly Premonition like this? Yeah. Just as weird, maybe even a little bit more janky. I highly encourage you to go watch me playing it through on YouTube.
Whew. So, what do we do now, Mr.
We
Young?
shot a lot more zombies by now in the first one.
Zack and I will take things from here.
Then what should I do?
Tend to your sick wife? I don't know. You're free to do as you please. I'll stop by the sheriff's office when I need your help.
Yes,
again.
nice shot. Good. Excellent. Yes, nice shot.
I suppose that's what I'll do then. It'll sure make Candy happy. But I am the sheriff of this town, so I do intend to get some work done. I know. How about I search for Lisa's body while you're busy?
Not a bad idea. Just be careful that you don't get attacked by a barefooted
If I had a
giant.
penny for every time someone warned me about that.
Hey, don't scare me like that. Why do you keep talking about that giant anyway? You really think some giant was responsible for all this?
Melvin, don't be silly. Of course I do. Just when I thought you were starting to catch on. Disappointing, to say the least.
But how can you be so sure? I want to see some proof.
Proof number one. The footprints that led up to where Lisa's body originally was were made with bare feet. None of the prints looked similar to those of common insulated boots, and the arches of the feet were visible. The person who carried out Lisa's body must have had very large feet. I'd say they were at least 16 inches. Proof number two. I found fingerprints on the cord of one of the hanging lights in the warehouse. The fingerprints weren't aimed up from below. They were coming directly from the side. Clearly, the giant moved the light because it was in his way. He pinched the cord with his fingers. Proof number three. There was nothing else found in the vicinity where Lisa's body was stored. This means the giant carried her out without dragging her across the floor. But there's only one set of footprints. The only conclusion I can draw from this evidence is that a barefooted giant standing over 10 feet tall, carried Lisa's
Yeah,
body.
it all makes sense.
That concludes the entirety of my proof. Any objections, Melvin?
Giants don't exist. How did the giant get in without being seen?
But there ain't no way a human could ever be that tall.
Have you seen every human alive with your own eyes?
Shit, he's got me there.
Well then, you need to forget all your preconceived notions when embarking on an investigation. Whether you come face to face with a 10-foot giant or a skeletal gentleman, you always need to accept everything that comes to you with a
He has
clear
met a
mind.
skeleton gentleman. Sorry, a skeletal gentleman.
Do that, and eventually the truth will reveal itself to you. You're a smart kid, I'm sure you understand.
Well, I'll be damned. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Mr. FBI Special Agent, sir. A sharp eye and flawless observational skills. Uncovering the truth with a heady intuition. I won't ever question you again. Heck, I'll do whatever you say.
That's it, Melvin. I'm glad you finally caught on. Okay, time to go, Patty. You know this town well, so I'd like you to accompany me from now on.
That's not okay.
Patty?
She did not consent.
Zack, we found the flying serpent. Now we simply need to locate the 10 Maidens. It's time to head on to Alexis's diner and lane.
So we already know how to do that, but we need to wait till certain hours. Yeah. Wait, between hours... Yeah, we've got to wait till night. 10:30 till 6 in the morning. Well, I guess we could just pick a random location in the meantime and visit it. Unfortunately, I can't steal the car. Let's head to whatever that is.
Hey, Zack. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
It's whistling music, but it's not Life is Beautiful. Oh no, the dog's heard it. Wait, he was humming Life is Beautiful? Damn, I couldn't hear it.
Zack, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm
Oh, getting off a skateboard interrupts him? I thought just like getting a cutscene interrupted him. Well, we can't even get in here. This is the fire station, I think. Oh wait, there was an item back there. Hop the fence, I know you can do it. Punch the fence! Nope. Low quality beat. That's just the park getting marked there.
Zack, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one.
There's a mark back there. Oh, it's the destination.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, we're talking about him. Hoongang. Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to
What are these?
uncovering
Is
this
it
case's
squirrels?
mysteries. That's what my soul tells me.
It is squirrels. There's a blue squirrel.
By the way, Zack, Hungan feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African
don't want to interrupt the
in
conversation.
a variety of different films. My mind must be overlapping him with the skeletal gentleman. Do you remember his name? Ah, yes, that's it. Scatman Crothers.
Yeah, it's attacking me. Aggressive squirrel. Oh, you've done it now, you little shits. Please start playing like Final Fantasy VII battle music. Faded out of existence. Oh god, it's so hard to aim. Rare kill bonus. Chickadee tail. Let's never speak of the squirrel murder again. Punch out a squirrel, I'm worried it'll kill me.
Coffee person, right? No
Oh
sugar.
god, he's still talking.
Yes, I'm completely with
I
you.
need to let this conversation finish. No, wait, that's all he says. Okay, fine. Punching a squirrel. Let's do it. I'm coming for you, bitch! 18 damage! I just punched a squirrel to death. Red one! I got its skull. I took it as a trophy. Come here, you little shit. Yeah, did you see those sick frames while I was punching squirrels to death? Apparently I missed an item back there as well. Hang on a second. Oh, that seems to have marked all the nearby items on my map when I did that. That overly thick black X over here intrigues me. What's that for? Other side. Ooh. I'm not going to question why those three things were... Actually, yes I am. What were those three things doing there together? Yeah, let's go to a destination just to see if there's a time skip feature. Like you could smoke in the other one and that fast forwarded time.
Hey Zack, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the Sang Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand, and Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa's murder while sitting in a bar during our vacation in New Orleans. That certainly wouldn't have happened if we had stayed in D.C. They would have given the case to another special agent, or maybe even to the state, and then we never would have found her. In the end, we would have been shut up in that vast, desolate evidence vault along with all the other cases, marked by nothing but a first-degree murder tag, buried in a soggy grave at the bottom of a sea.
So many squirrels,
That
holy hell.
would have been its fate. Instead, we traveled from person to person until it finally fell right into our lap. Things always work out that way for us. We've traveled all over the United States trying to track down Sang Rouge. Can't let this chance pass us by, can we, Zack? We need to find some sort of clue before this southern sun melts it all away.
I have no idea whose house this is, but let's go have a look.
Looks like a case
Oh,
of
or
bad
not.
timing, Zack. Let's come back later. Medium
quality play. Oh, hello. Is So you must be my skateboard salesperson, but you're not currently open. Got it. My guess is the balloons are quick travel points later. Is that a poodle? Can I punch a poodle to death? No. It did, however, appear to have eaten a duck. Lost Lamb Evangelical Church.
Bad timing, Zack. We need to place the figurine in front of her house when she's home. Otherwise, it'll be useless. Let's come back later.
I know she's not in, but still.
Looks like a... Let's...
I don't think we have anything else to do. Can I fast forward time in here? I'm not seeing a clock or anything. I hear a kid crying outside. We might have enough ingredients to create a voodoo charm now, I guess. Could also just like skateboard around and see what happens. Could also just spend the evening punching squirrels, but you know.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large trees were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world. And there's hardly any trash or graffiti to be found anywhere. The Clarks
Hello, random stranger.
control this place.
It's only got the processing power to spawn one every so
It's a
often.
good example of how allowing certain people to rise to power can have positive effects as well. Also, don't you find that Southern people are remarkably friendly, even to total strangers? Both here and in New Orleans, I've been amazed at how cordial everyone is. Is it just the way things are down here? You certainly don't see that sort of thing in New York or D.C. They never stop to chit-chat, especially when ordering food. They
That's
only
a
say what's
hotel.
necessary without any decoration.
Also just trying to get my
Only makes
bearings.
eye contact with the waiter about once every 3 times they interact. But that's just how it is. Isn't that right, Sam? The human relationships here are as fluid as an inorganic mechanism running on the smoothest, purest oil there is.
Some people call him Maurice, some people call him the Space Cowboy.
Spending time in New Orleans and coming here, I think I'm starting to like the Southern discipline.
I really hope I didn't cut that off too early. I don't have to hear that conversation again. This seemed like an unnecessary... Big square.
This is the deep south. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zack?
Okay, let's see if I can craft something for that side quest. Where does it say the in-game time? Just realized I'm not aware of what time it is in the game. See it in this menu? Nope, this menu. No.
Mihalam. Verily, much shall serve thee well here.
Okay, we can boost that. Or make that the booster gun, I mean. Necklaces. Don't have any dog fur yet, so we can't do any of those. Create that for $20 US.
Where's the thing I just bought?
All awaits thee at the altar. Altars exist, whether thy needs exist. The bedchamber of thy hostelry doth possess one therewith.
So where's my thing?
All altars lead
Where's
to
my
the
thing?
other realm. Thusly, all periapts in thy possession may be confirmed at any altar.
The other realm?
Forsooth, any mirror may metamorphose into an entrance to the other realm. Prithee, say thou doth grasp this wisdom.
You can see the same world as the skeletal gentleman?
I am the mirror. As my name doth suggest, I am the looking glass given flesh.
Zack, it appears that there's still a lot about this world that we don't understand. This is the deep south. There's no telling what might happen next.
Okay. Pause menu top left, you said. Oh yeah, it's only 10:42 in the morning? Oh Christ. Might go back to the hotel and see if we can rest. Gun boost. Equip. Equip. Okie dokie.
What a strange feeling. It looks like there are spots to place other items as well. If we find anything that seems like it might fit, let's bring it back here. After all, what do we have to lose? What, you think that sounds like a pain in the neck? Come on now, Zack. Surely you know that all rituals work this way. Blessings from beyond will only come to those who exhibit the finest level of courtesy and reverence. In short, they're reflections of the self. Only with a mind deep in the dirt will you know true tranquility. Then your body will turn to dust and dance with the wind. Who came up with that quote? That one was all me, Zack.
Thanks to the mirror, I'll be leaving now. We'll head back to the hotel, see if I can sleep to make it night. I'm not sure what other activities there are to do, because we want to do bowling, but that's the only one we've been told about. Is there mini golf? And incidentally, this episode's going to run a little bit long. We'll probably go for like 15-20 minutes more, and then I'll end early because there's only so much deadly premonition the brain can handle. Hello, Sora. What are you wanting? I have time to talk to you because the loading screens are so long. I do. Brr to you too. Don't worry, there's not been any Life is Beautiful yet. Although apparently he whistled it at some point. Life is Beautiful. I thought she knew the name, but she doesn't seem to. Life is Beautiful. She stops and stares. If I started whistling it, she would get set off for sure. Which is probably why she did if she heard York doing it.
Zack, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm
that's what I
completely
thought.
with you on that one.
He stopped as soon as I did.
One lollipop, 2 lollipops, 3 lollipops. Don't mind me, Zack. This is how I wake myself up.
What does that even mean? He counts lollipops to wake up. Let's talk to the concierge.
Hey, boss. How can I be of service?
No voice acting? Okay, fine. I like showers with good water pressure. I agree with this sentiment.
We always strive to provide our guest with the finest of service, sir. Our humble, bucolic town does have its inconveniences. Shopping in particular can be a bit of a slog. Therefore, we decided to provide a modest selection of daily necessities right here at our very own front desk.
Great. Sounds convenient.
Exactly.
Okay. I don't know how many bullets I have. Oh, there we go. Yeah, quickly pass time. That's what we need.
Please don't hesitate to let me know if you're in need of anything, sir.
Would you mind if I asked you just one question, concierge?
By all means, please ask me whatever you like, sir.
Do you run this entire hotel all on your own? I mean, just the three of you?
Yes, that is correct, sir.
So you, or the three of you, own the entire place?
Oh, heavens no, sir. The chef, the bellboy, and myself are all mere employees of this fine hotel.
I know this chat's kind of slowing down. Are your brains melting as well?
So the Clarksons own this place, too?
Not quite, sir. This hotel opened its doors long before the Clarksons came to prominence.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Impressive. No wonder this building has such a dignified air to it.
Indeed. This is probably the only
It's
building
like-
in all of Lucare that has
it's like what I would
managed to retain its
imagine
original appearance.
Smoking pot is like, where you just kind of, you get into a semi-content slump.
So, who's the owner? I simply must know the name of the person who had the fortune and sense to come into possession
Yeah, it's not
of such
necessarily a
fine
bad
building.
thing, but it's just kind of like, you feel yourself drifting and you're okay with it, but at the same time you're like, I'm watching the equivalent of like David Lynch getting twisted around a pole like taffy and then being asked to write a script.
The owner of this hotel is
You're not drunk enough to understand this game.
Jawara, sir.
More booze!
Zack, that's the fourth David. It all makes sense now. It'd be stranger if only the owner was a completely different person. I sincerely
Okay, so
hope I
there's,
get a chance
he's
to
playing
meet
4
him
different
during
people in
my
this
stay
hotel.
If I may, Mr. Morgan, sir, I don't think that's such a good idea.
Here. Why not?
Unfortunately, our owner has a bit of a personality problem. The three of us here describe him as having a fractured mind.
Oh, you don't say. Over 5 miles traveled. I got $50. That's good pay. Okay, I want to go check the bathrooms like he was mentioning, just in case there actually is something there. Then we'll save it in case I mess up with the time travel, well, the passing the time. These are all rooms. Where's the bathrooms? It's our room. Actually, I could shower, just in case. And shave, of course. Oh, there's not even an animation in this one? The shower's broken? Well, I've seen the one in Psycho and Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know that other one though. Why doesn't this have voice acting? An extremely believable scenario. Oh dear.
It was worth it!
Thank you, Ty, for 31 months with a tier 1 sub, and welcome back home from your trip. Hope it went okay. You've missed quite a lot of Deadly Premonition 2 so far, but if you just like beat yourself around the head a few times, you'll get the gist. Oh my goodness, this is expanded quite a bit. Interesting. Alright, let's go complain to the concierge about our shower. I wanted that shower. Wait, the concierge is this one. That's the bell. Well, the bellboy is the concierge, right?
Hey, boss. How can I be of service?
Oh, inspect the water valve? Goal, hear something from concierge.
Very good, sir. Please, come right this way.
Okay, it's not him either.
Serving you is my... Please do let me know if there is any other way for me to assist you.
So the water valve's got to be on the bottom floor, right? It might be outside. Oh, here's the bathrooms. Oh, right, American. So they meant ground floor.
Whether it's a restaurant or a hotel, the key to charming your customers is how you present your bathroom. I'm sure you feel the same way, don't you, Zack? Now this is the kind of bathroom a person can really get excited about. It might even trump the one we saw in that drug dealer's house in Austin. Remember? The art piece on display in there utilized the natural curves of human ribs in such a novel way. It was truly brilliant.
This might be one of the worst public bathrooms I've ever seen. That's not my valve. Apparently that's not my valve. It's got one stall. Well, what is that? Wait, that's one stall and a disabled stall, maybe? No, that's just one stall. No, we learned from JC Denton, you don't go in the ladies' bathroom. I guess we have to go outside? No, wait, no, maybe third floor? So what are you barking at? Hey, off of the windowsill. You're too short anyway, you can't see out of it. Hey, Grumpy.
My restaurant serves only the highest quality Creole cuisine.
What?
The real deal. Which ain't too easy to find in a backwoods town like this.
Did I hear wrong then? Set me straight, would you, Chef? I thought that Cajun food was the norm in Acadiana. Why would you go out of your way to serve Creole food
Oh,
here?
that's a big yawn.
When I was a youngin', I trained myself at a famous restaurant in Orleans.
What? Hello, Fire Hockey. Woof. Woof. Woof.
A famous restaurant? That's incredible. Was it Arnaud's? Antoine's?
She's desperate for me to throw a toy for her, I think, but
No,
she's only
don't
brought
tell
me
me I got
squeaky
it.
ones.
Brennan's, right?
None of those, actually. But that place taught me how to really cook. Go on and try something, you'll see.
Very intriguing.
Sure, let's order something for the hell of it. Barbecue shrimp, seafood platter, banana foster, no thank you. Of this, I'd probably say nothing in real life, but we'll try this. Literally all the eating cutscenes is him drinking coffee. He doesn't eat the food.
That food was unbelievable.
I know, but he doesn't
See,
eat
you
the
weren't
food.
lying about undergoing training at that famous restaurant.
It's because they made the animation of him drinking coffee and just reused it.
Now you just trying to embarrass me. I still appreciate it, though.
Sora is very upset about the standards.
And you must have undergone some rigorous training in order to
Cool,
gain
Sandman.
such refined technique. You put so much care into preparing everything just right. And your manipulation of that low-temp flame in order to bring out such a pleasant fragrance, simply perfect. This is true Creole food. You have to tell me now, which famous restaurant did you train yourself at?
Google.
Come on, chef, we need to know. Zack and I are begging you.
You drive a hard bargain, mister. All right, I reckon I can give you a hint.
Really?
Oh, just a hint now.
Fine, we'll take it. Just say it.
It's the restaurant that serves the most famous fried chicken in all of Louisiana.
Is he implying KFC?
Crispy, crunchy. You know what I'm talking about? Bonafide fried chicken.
No, you can't mean...
Oh, yeah.
I'll bet they worked you pretty hard.
Is that what he
You
means?
betcha.
So that's how you acquire the mental fortitude necessary to cook such amazing food.
Oh, my time there taught me just how tough city life really is.
Amazing. Zack, did you hear all that? That's an incredible story, David. You really are a true chef. Both Zack and I have given you our official approval.
We have no authority over food. Well, either we talk to the concierge outside or I'm missing something in here. I'm fairly certain there's a door in this mirror because you can kind of see the lines, but it could also just be the texture. You're considering booze right now for this game. Deadly Premonition 2 drove me to drink. Oh, all that talk of ice cream yesterday drove me to include more mint ice cream in my order of shopping that will arrive on Monday. The mint ice cream will be mine. And it was on offer, so I got 2. Well, assuming it's in stock when they deliver it, of course. You had mint Oreos with mint ice cream? Oh, that sounds so good. I didn't even know there was mint Oreos. Mint is just my preferred flavour of ice cream. In general, I don't like mint and other stuff, like lamb and mint. No way. Never. I know they're supposed to go together, but no. No way. And I tried mint tea once and I didn't like that. That's more of a hot fruity liquid type thing. What the... Is this meant to look like... Was this here before? Hang on, I want to check the SO7. Is that on the map? It's not on my radar. No idea where it wants me to check. Nope. Alright, well, let's get back to that lady's house and then I'll use the cigarettes. I want a bowl before we stop. Watch out!
This town sure is peaceful, Zack. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here. To protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zack?
Also, for anyone who wasn't here like half an hour ago, I punched a couple of squirrels to death. Oh no! Pedestrian damage is $6! I just lost 1% of my wealth for ramming into a civilian on a skateboard.
Hey, Zack. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
How am I supposed to avoid them when they spawn out of nowhere?
So, what do you think of him? Yes.
No, we're not talking to that. Or hearing that conversation again. Alright. How do I access my inventory? Spawn? That's straight to map. You can punch all your guns out. Oh, the bike. So we need it to be after 11 at night, I believe it was. Or maybe it was 10:30, but we're going for 11. That didn't get me far enough. Hotel fee $158. Oof. Make a nice screensaver. You'd always think the bottom of your monitor was on fire. I don't know, presumably the FBI would just go into debt for you. Okay, so the game doesn't turn into Silent Hill at night, that's good to know. Oh, this is going to be so confusing to anybody who wasn't here earlier.
Perfect.
Oh, my dear lost lamb. What are you doing there?
Oh, this? This is all part of the Lise Clarkson murder investigation.
Something important, hmm?
Oh, yes. Very important. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. That's what everyone calls me. But what should I call you?
I'm Tyrone Sanders, pastor of the Lucare Evangelical Church.
Okay.
And what business does a pastor like yourself have in a place like this?
Well, I live over across the way there.
Do you have an intimate relationship with Mrs. Carpenter?
Why in the world would you suggest such a pitiful thing?
Pitiful.
Lordy, lordy. How could I ever become intimate with one who is so devoid of faith? After she lost her husband,
So are
she
we
stopped
crying at?
coming to church.
It's not time
All
for me
she
to stop
does
yet.
all day is bowl. She even pruned the shrubbery in that pitiful fashion. Yes, truly pitiful. And did you see that hideous ox of a dog she
Oh my
owned?
god, that's horrible.
Pitiful with a capital P. I tried speaking with her, but she shows no intention of changing her ways.
No.
Yes, I fear she never
Oh.
lends an ear when the good Lord reaches out to her.
Sora is my
Indeed,
Zack.
I pity
Isn't
her
that right,
from
Sora?
the bottom of my heart.
So you've been spying on her out of pity?
Spying? I'm merely awaiting the chance to lend her a helping hand. You best be careful.
Shut
too.
up, priest. Get out of
This
here so I can
town
finish
harbors
putting this
much
inflatable
more
crocodile on this
danger than
doorstep.
ever. If you ever find yourself in need of salvation, feel free to stop by our church whenever
Hey.
you like. Our church also functions as a clinic.
She's just getting antsy because she knows it's she knows it's
Zack,
not
did you hear
almost
that?
stop time,
Pitiful.
so she wants
Try
attention.
saying that to someone in the city. They'd instantly slap you with slander or defamation charges. You'd be up to your neck in court papers. I doubt I'll tire of this town anytime soon. We should consider stopping by that church whenever we get a chance.
Okay, that'll be a destination for next time. Finish putting the alligator down. Oh, you did. Okay. I presume the diner will be closed at this time of night, though. Time is in this game. Time is a flat circle. It always continues to pass. Passing the time may affect certain events and whether or not you can enter certain areas. Try sleeping in the bed in the hotel does the same thing. Camping outside. Okie dokie. Oh hey, the girl doesn't follow you at night. Good.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him.
We really need to hear the end of this conversation so it
Is the
stops
skeletal
repeating.
gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of evil? Still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me. By the way, Zack, Hungan feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me
No,
of someone.
just wait.
Yes, I think I see the
You're so annoying but so cute.
cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African American who appeared in a variety of
No.
different films. My mind must be overlapping with the skeletal gentleman. Do you remember his name?
You made me crash my
Yes,
skateboard.
that's it. Scatman Crothers. In 1980, he played Dick Halloran in The Shining, and in 1983, he was in The Twilight Zone. He played the man who invited all those elderly folks into a strange new world. I knew it, Zack. There's definitely a connection here, but he's a bit too old.
I know we're
Scatman's
going there,
more
but
of
I'm
a
letting this
sage
conversation
character.
finish.
Our skeletal gentleman is a little younger, isn't he? Yes. They have different body types, but what about Forrest Whitaker? He made his debut in 1982 in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Then he was in Platoon and The Color of Money, both released in 1986, followed by Good Morning Vietnam in 1987. Oh, and he was in Bird in 1988. What an impressive filmography. Across the 80s, he transformed his rough, young image into a more cheerful
I mean, it wasn't all great. It was in
That's why
Rogue
the
One.
80s can also be described as a decade that built up Forrest Whitaker's career. I firmly believe that he'll win an Academy Award for Best Actor someday. Yes, I'm sure it's right around the corner. He'll most likely wait until the time is right. Maybe around next year. Then he'll unleash his best performance yet.
You get to seem prescient when you
Famous
already
actors
know.
forever. But we have a case to solve here. Let's table this discussion for now.
Yes, it's totally closed.
Looks like a case of bad timing, Zack. Let's come back later.
I think they maybe had cars drivable like in the first one, but they were like, oh my god, this just does not work. Let's have York have a skateboard. We have all that old code that we bought for £5 from Tony Hawk.
Hey, Zack, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the San Rouge distribution.
No, I ain't listening to this conversation. I can wait.
To
I'm going to bed.
You know what that means. We've got a hot hand.
Hello, identical ladies. Different shirts, but identical. Can I sit on the bench with this statue of the gentleman who owns the hotel? No. Sora's unleashing biological warfare now, which is the indication that we should probably aim to start wrapping things up now, because she's pooping. We'll go to our hotel room, sleep until morning, see if any cutscene happens or anything like that. And that'll be enough daily premonition for now. It'll be an option on the Sunday poll. I'm not sure if we'll play it on Saturday. I've thoroughly enjoyed it though. It's wonderfully terrible, which is what I wanted. And so far it seems earnest. Like, it doesn't seem like it's trying to emulate what people liked about the first one. It's just more of the same bizarreness.
King size, made in France. It looks soft enough to alleviate all our exhaustion. Zack, even though the Bureau is paying for this, it's still tiring to have to live out of hotel rooms day after day. Nothing beats getting a good night's sleep in your own room.
Wait, what did you link there, Valinar? Is that Life is Beautiful? Get some shut-eye. Wake up at 6... When I usually wake up at like 6:30. It sure is. Of course it is. Okay, no cutscene. It's fine. 10 passes, you get hungry, we're told if decrease your max life and your stomach is empty, your life will deplete, go to restaurants. It's not that empty considering I ate just before bed, which isn't a good idea, but, you know, whatever. Room service.